Hi, Dr. Lowe. This is Madalena Pratt, and I will be presenting on Karen Valerosa's communication book. She is Client M. Just a little bit about Karen. She's a 17-year-old teenage girl who has a developmental delay and unintelligible speech, little fine motor difficulties, as well as mild hearing loss, and she also suffers from migraines. Other than that, she's a normal teenage girl. She goes to school. She spends time with her family and friends, as well as she is part of a job sampling program through her school where she learns a different job every few weeks. So this is Karen, and this is her communication book. So the first page I have here is the All About Me page, and All About Karen is, it says, I live with my grandmother and my older brother. I attend Starbucks High School, and I enjoy math, Sudoku, and reading teenage magazines. Due to my speech difficulties, I use my communication book for other people to understand me. I understand what you're saying. But it's helpful for you to speak slower and loud enough so I can hear you due to my mild hearing loss. It says, I tend to suffer from migraine, so in case of an emergency, please go to the emergency page, which is the next page in the book, which you can find numbers to Karen's family, her grandmother and her brother, her 2 doctors, and her job coach, and it has their name, their address, and their phone number. So this is her emergency contact page, and there's yes and no at the top of each page following. This is the core vocabulary page, where it's basically set up by parts of speech. So there's people's names, there's nouns, pronouns, thank you, please, yes or no. Here we have her classes. She's taking personal fitness, health and lifestyle, pre-algebra, photography, and she's in the job sampling program, like I said. So that I have the name of all of her teachers and her job coach here, and then I have words and phrases pertaining to the class and the job sampling. So for personal fitness, we have with Mrs. Harris, we have jogging, strength training, group exercise. With health and lifestyle, with Mrs. Williams, we have fitness, hygiene, wellness, nutrition. For algebra, we have with Mrs. Collins, and we have X equals, Y equals, Z equals, number, numerator, denominator. For photography, with Mrs. Hudson, we have camera, we have lens, we have zoom, we have memory card. For job sampling, she's a laundry care assistant, so we have laundry, delegates, here are the clothes you asked for, so those are some of the words and phrases pertaining to that. And then we have questions and expressions for her to use at school, such as, I have a question, or can you please repeat that, or do we have any homework, what page are we on? And I also have phrases and questions for home, and speaking with her family, such as, do you need me to do anything, what time is dinner, please close my door, I'm going to my room, I'm going to Jen's house, her friend. So that's that page. And then we have, for her job, she is learning how to use a time clock and understand a pay stub. So I have a picture of a sample time clock on a computer, because everything is digital these days, and I also have a sample of a pay stub. So I have some words and phrases pertaining to those, and how do I clock in for the time clock, or can you explain my pay stub, or I forgot my ID today, for her job. So that's for that. And then I have some questions and phrases following for her to use at work, such as, can you help me, or does this look right, or what do you need me to do next? And I have words and phrases pertaining to her job as a laundry care assistant, just things like dryer sheet, detergent, soap, colors, delegates, whites, stuff like that. I have social expressions and questions, and this is basically for her to use in a social atmosphere and also to help her motivate her to use the book when she's out with her friends, such as, hey guys, how are you? That's cool. I went to the beach, or I went shopping, or phrases like awesome, that's great, no way, I have to go to school, or I play Sudoku, or I went to the movies, things like that. And I have a page for some of her interests because she does like to do math. She likes to do math puzzles. She likes to do Sudoku. She eats Italian food because she's Italian. And she reads teen magazines. So I have phrases like I like, I play, I love. Or she can say, do you want to go with me sun tanning, or do you want to go to the movies or to the beach? So she can communicate with her friends that way. I have some questions that she will probably be using. When are you coming, or when do you go to school, or how come, or how did you do that, who's coming with us, so things like that. I have a page for her feelings and emotions. So I have down here, I have I feel, I am, I want, leave me alone. Sometimes teenagers want to be left alone. So I have are you hungry, or I feel excited, or I want to be left alone, or I want a hug, I want a kiss. So that's for her feelings and emotions. And I have things that she will need on a daily basis. She's going to need her books, her backpack, her purse with her wallet, a lunchbox for school. She's going to need a jacket in case it's cold at school or at work. She's going to need her hair ties, a hairbrush, hairspray, makeup, Sudoku workbook, teen magazine, Purell, to keep the germs away, tampons, and Kleenex. And then I have phrases like I need, I want, I can't find, can I borrow, do you have a brush, do you have a magazine, do you have a, can I borrow your Kleenex, so things like that. So here I have a page for her breakfast. If she wants eggs or toast or cereal or a Nutri-Grain bar, oatmeal or yogurt, and I have phrases like I want, I'm finished, I like, I don't want, or I don't like, and then I have syrup for pretty much anything she could put on her pancakes, even her eggs or her toast or her bacon. A butter knife she may need for breakfast, a fork, a spoon, and a napkin. Here I have her lunch. She has different choices. So she has a burger, salad, sandwich, soup, fruit, peanut butter, and jelly. And again, there's phrases I want, I don't want, I want more, I like, I don't like. And she may need dressing instead of syrup for her salad. She'll need a fork, a knife, a spoon, and a napkin. And then for dinner, the family's Italian, so we have choices like some choices like spaghetti and meatballs, pizza, chicken parm, steak and potatoes, salad, and again, I want, I don't want, may I have, I like, I don't like. And for dinner, she may need a steak knife and a butter knife, a fork, a spoon, and a napkin. So some beverages that she may want to stop at Starbucks to get a coffee. She may need water for a hot summer day like today, a tea from Dunkin' Donuts, a Sprite or a Pepsi, Gatorade, milk or juice with breakfast. Maybe she needs an energy drink to stay up and do her homework, so a Monster drink and a tea, and some utensils. She may need a straw or ice or spoon or a cup, and of course a napkin. And again, phrases I have, can I have, I don't want, I like, and I don't like. And some condiments that she'll be using with all of her meals. The basics: ketchup, mustard, mayo, salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly. And again, I want, I don't want, I'm finished, I'm hungry, I'm not hungry, I'm thirsty, I don't like, I like, all those phrases. And like I said, she's a busy teenage girl. So she goes to her friend's house, maybe Jen's house or Joanna's house or Ashley's house, and she goes home. She goes to the library, she goes to the community center, she attends Starbucks High School, and she'll go to the movies, the mall, the beach, or out to eat, and then she'll go to take the bus stop to and from school and work, and she'll go to work. So she can say, I want to go to the beach, or I want to go to the bus stop. So those are the places that Karen goes to. And like I said earlier, she likes math. So she has a calculator. So she has the answer is with all the numbers and all the different tens, hundreds, thousands places down here. And we have a keyboard for her to use, standard keyboard. And so she has, I think I spelled it like this, or do you understand that, or what, or do you want me to redo that? And then we have a calendar for her, so she can pencil in all of her activities with her friends. So she has what's the date, I am available, so she can say I'm available on Monday the 1st, or I am not available on October 31st. So that's her calendar. And like I said, she takes the school bus. So I included this in here because even though she doesn't have any reported memory or recall problems, or difficulties, I should say, I think it would be good just in case the book is lost. Someone knows that she's on this bus, Route 21. And she can also say, you know, I take bus Route 21, yes, or which bus do you take? Or someone says, are you on this bus? She can say no. So they know that she takes the school bus. And there's also, she's going to need a bus schedule. So I have the bus schedule on the same page, so that way she doesn't have to flip back and forth. So I have a bus schedule from morning, afternoon, and evening, from home to library and from the library to home. And then I have from home to the community center and community center home. And I have the different bus schedules for her to take, so that way she doesn't get confused. And I've seen this in other communication books where there's a stop sign, and I thought that this would really be helpful for Karen because it is reported that she has missed the bus. So when she's standing outside for the bus, she can use the stop sign for the bus to stop, so they know that she's waiting for that bus, or when she's on the bus, she can tell them to stop so she can get off. So I think this is a really important thing to have. So this is Karen's communication book. Just a couple things that in making it and that I thought about and realized that I wanted to share with you in making it and thinking about. If this was an actual client, I would have made more pictures, more variety, made it a little bit more detailed for them, so it didn't feel limited, as well as I would probably have made maybe the stop sign optional for it to be taken out if they chose or not to choose, because Karen is 17. I didn't know if she just want to like just show it, or if she wanted to actually take it out and hold it. So I think I would make it optional for it to be taken out and velcroed. So those are some changes that I would make for my actual client. So again, this is Karen. This is her book, her communication book, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in class.